Welcome back to another episode of Quarantine Kitchen. Today, have you ever had bananas that went from this to this and not known what to do with them? Well, today we're going to answer that question. We're going to take these super forgotten, old, overripe bananas and we're going to turn them into some delicious banana bread. We'll save these for a snack for later. So the first thing that we need to do is have some super overripe bananas. They should be very squishy. The grosser they look, the better for banana bread. Anytime you have extra bananas that you can't eat up, don't throw them away. Make sure that you do something with them, bake with them. They're really good for that. So I'm going to mash these up first. So I need to cut into these and then squeeze them into this bowl, and then I'm gonna mash them around and really get my crushing out. It's hard. Being cooped up all day. So I'm snipping off the top, and since they're super soft, they should just be able to squeeze them out. Not gonna lie, kinda gross. One banana. Delish. 2 bananas. Okay. So we got our 2 bananas. These are super soft, so they should mash up really easily. I'm gonna use a potato masher for this. But if you don't have one of these, you can just use a fork. That should work just as well. So we're gonna go ahead and mash these up. Pretty smooth to me. Good to go. We're gonna set those to the side while we work on the rest of our recipes. So these are our quick bread, which means that we gotta mix all our liquid ingredients together, and then we're gonna mix all our dry ingredients together, and then we're gonna add them all together. So the first thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna work on some of our wet ingredients. So we're gonna take this whole stick of melted butter. So take 1 stick, put it into a microwave-safe bowl. Don't burn your house down, kids. And I microwaved it for about 20 seconds at a time until it's nice and melted all the way through. So I'm gonna put that in my bowl. And then I'm going to add 3/4 of a cup of sugar. And we're gonna mix that together until it's blended. Since it's melted butter, it should dissolve that sugar pretty quickly. All right, that looks really good. Then we're gonna add a teaspoon of vanilla and 2 eggs. What? What you laughing at behind the camera there? Do you want me to try it one-handed? All right, so I got my eggs and my vanilla in here, and now I'm gonna mix that in. Breaking up my egg yolk first. We're gonna mix these ones together, and these are our wet ingredients. For the base of the batter. Okay, those are mixed together pretty well. We're gonna set that to the side. And now we're gonna put the dry ingredients in this bowl separately. Now I need 1.5 cups of flour. So we'll get that scoop and level action. Because they're experts at that. Scoop. I leveled. Boom. 1/2 cup more. Scoop. Level. Boom. Okay. So we got flour and 1 teaspoon of baking soda and 1 teaspoon, or excuse me, a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Look at this little baby bowl. It's so little and cute. It's so tiny. I love it. Alright, then we're gonna whisk those together. Again, nobody wants to rebuy the salt in their banana bread. Okay, now we set those to the side. Now we're gonna come back to our mashed up bananas. One more little mashed for good measure. Am I cooking on this computer? Alright, so to our mashed up bananas, we are going to add 1/2 cup of sour cream, or you can use Greek yogurt for this. I had sour cream in my fridge, so we're using sour cream. So because sour cream is kind of solid, we're gonna use a dry measuring cup. So I need 1/2 cup of this. I know what you're thinking. You have sour cream in like bread. It's weird. But you really don't taste it. Just helps to make it more creamy, less dry. Alright, so then we're gonna mix those together. Those are really nice and combined now. Now we're gonna put all 3 parts together. So we're gonna take our liquid ingredients, give them one more stir, and we're gonna put our flour into the liquids. Okay, we're gonna mix those all together. And then once these are all mixed up, we're gonna add the sour cream and the banana. Okay. Banana time. And with this, we want to mix it in just until it's combined and not over mix it, because otherwise, if we mix it too much, it'll get too dense and it'll be really hard and chewy. That looks good. Then the very last step is to add my favorite part, the chocolate chips. Now this recipe calls for 1 cup of chocolate chips, but this is all that's in my cupboard, so this is what we're working with. We're just gonna dump in this chocolatey goodness. We're just gonna gently stir those in so they get incorporated. And it's almost ready. Okay, I'm gonna stop there. Next part, follow me to my pan over here. So I have a loaf pan. I put a little bit of parchment paper in there because it helps me to lift out the loaf when it's all done. If you don't have parchment paper, it's fine. Just spray it with some cooking spray. And you could also do these as little chocolate chip banana bread muffins if you wanted to. You could put them in little muffin tins, and that works as well. But I'm kind of lazy, so I'm just gonna put it in a big loaf pan, and we're just gonna cut it up in slices. So we're just gonna scrape all the batter into the loaf pan. And we're gonna smooth out the top so it's more pretty. It comes out of the oven. All right, so now 350-degree oven. This will take anywhere from 50 minutes to an hour to bake. And then we're gonna poke it with a toothpick to see if it's done in the middle. And then we'll take it out and let it cool. So let's pop this in here. All right, we'll be back when it's all done. All right, time to check out and see if our bread is done. I'm gonna grab a toothpick. We're gonna test it. So we're gonna put it right in the middle. If it comes out clean, then we know it's done. Looks pretty clean to me. So this is done. I'm gonna grab a knife, I gotta release it from the sides, just to make sure it's not stuck. And then I should be able to easily lift it out with these 2 sides of the paper. And then we're gonna put it on a cooling rack. There we go, easy peasy. That's so good. All right, we gotta let that sit for about 15-20 minutes so it can cool enough and it won't totally get smushed when we try to make a slice. So we'll come back and we'll show it what it looks like on the inside. All right, the last thing that we need to do is cut into this bad boy and see if it turned out any good. Okay, we got a nice crust on the outside, it's golden brown. And I'm gonna grab my bread knife with some teeth on it. And I'm just gonna saw through this. Oh, listen. Yum. All right, we'll give it a try. There's lots of chocolate in here. So some bananas that almost became garbage, not garbage. Thanks for tuning in for another episode. If you want to try out this recipe, I'll link to it in the description. And if you want to leave a comment or send me a message with any requests for future recipes, I will try to make it happen, as long as I don't have to get in any fights at the grocery store for the ingredients. So, I miss you guys, and we'll see you next time.